Do you ever wake up some days and just think to yourself, wow, my parents are far too proud of me? Or maybe you're just sitting on the can, as most modern day philosophers do, and wonder to yourself, can I devalue myself in my parents' eyes? Or maybe, just maybe, you're a little shit who can't wait to see the world burn. Like all things in life, becoming a disappointment isn't easy. There are layers and layers of complexity to this profound subject. And also, like many other things in life, it isn't always easy to master if you don't have the talent for it. Some of us may find ourselves struggling to attain even a vague semblance of the much longed for disappointment, whilst others will take to it like a fish in the water, disappointing left and right without even complying with some of the more basic conventions. Do not be discouraged if you do not start at such a coveted and legendary standard. With this guide, whether you're already an unofficial master of the craft, or if you're just an amateur just peering into the depths, you too can succeed in this goal. Welcome to How to Disappoint Your Parents, a comprehensive guide. As we all know, parents are naturally fond of their young. But just how much? Well, according to renowned scholar of disappointment George Washington, human parental love and pride differs and can vary in any areas between the upper extremity of parental love and the much lower, I regret having children, I have made a mistake region. For the most part, a parent's fondness for their child is fixed, and may in fact slightly grow with the age of the child. So for all of us aiming for the coveted disappointment zone, the question we face is how to go down the spectrum. How can we, as much beloved children, find our way into the ranks of the disappointments? That is why I am here to guide you. One of the easiest steps to disappointing your parents is of course playing a lot of Fortnite. And no, I don't mean a measly 2 to 5 matches a day. I mean all day, every day, until you live, breathe, and shit Fortnite. When you walk into a room, you start looking for loot. When you get on the bus, you bring your parachute. And when you hit the dance floor, you default dance despite how it breaches the Geneva Convention and international criminal law. Right now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Mr. Narrator, with huge IQ, abs, and probably verifiably massive PP, I already do that, and my parents still love me just the way I am. Well, little Jimmy, to make sure you disappoint even those parents with exceptionally low standards, it is important to not merely play Fortnite, but to also fail at doing so. Doing your best to consistently land yourself between the 80th and 100th spot, so that even the most lenient parents are left scratching their heads. But if that was all that was required to be a disappointment, I'd be out of a job, and a quick Google how-to would be turning the coveted title of disappointment into chump change. Being a disappointment goes far beyond Fortnite. After all, in the eyes of your parents, redemption is just an uninstall away. So you must overcome the fleeting moment and integrate the attitude and the acts of the disappointment into every facet of your life. When people talk about games, you say that Skyrim is overrated and your favourite is Fallout 76. If food is on the agenda, feel free to refer to McDonald's as a restaurant. Or if you're feeling really quirky, become that tool that reaches the front of the line without knowing what to order. Now that'll cause some dismay. And of course, if you find yourself really hoping to hammer home how irredeemable you are as a disappointment, feel free to use the phrases like "nani" and "sugoi" in the place of their English word counterparts. Do note that this will only work on your parents, as your friends will likely find it a source of hilarity as opposed to amusement. This is merely the beginnings of an arsenal that you will use to combat any feeling of proudness you might find coming your way. But now, it's not about me. I've given you the basic guidelines. Now it's up to you to excavate that little disappointment within and wield him or her to your full capacity. To bring out that little something that'll really make people not say, wow, and bring out the new you that will make yourself, but hopefully not your parents, proud. I, AerialAcorn, ambassador for disappointments everywhere, bid you good luck and farewell.